Hello, TFO. This is Brandon Traeger, president of the Fallen Outdoors. I want to share something with you. I've been using the machine from Avacen. It is amazing. It is tailored for pain relief. What it does is basically warms your blood up and recirculates it to your body. And I've been using it for going on 2 months now, and I can't tell you how much better I feel. It has helped with a number of pain issues I have, but I deal with chronic pain like most of you guys do, and I'm telling you what, I wasn't a believer, but I went and snow skied for 2 days straight and I didn't have a single sore muscle. My hips are feeling 100% better, and as anybody that knows me, I have really bad hips, elbows, and everything. I mean, it's just amazing what it's done for me as far as pain management goes. But it is worth every minute that you put your hand in here and let it do its thing. It's amazing. So once again, thank you, Avacen. It's changed my life for the better, and I'm kind of excited for the future and not hurting like hell every day when I wake up. So
All right. So, Jim, tell me a little bit about yourself, what your age, your service, and just whatever you feel comfortable with
I'm
about what.
7-year-old veteran, 22 years vet. I spent times in the sands, in the Persian Gulf. I have a lot of demons in my head. Sometimes it's hard to get out of bed in the morning. Sometimes it doesn't hurt me near as bad. But using this machine, I've found out that I start to feel better. Even if I use it 10 minutes a day, usually it's 20. If I use it for 10 minutes a day, or 3 to 4 times a day, I'm beginning to feel better. It's not hard to use. All you do is put your hand in a mitt, push your hand into the machine, which is already preheated, push the button, it's going to talk to you, and then it's going to pressurize. And as it's pressurizing, it's going to make a humming sound. Some of them make a little deeper sound to it. But as it's doing it, it's going to pull your hand into the machine more because it vacuum seals around your wrist. And all I do is sit and listen to the sea, or sometimes I don't listen to it at all. I just sit here and think. Most of the time I listen to the sea, and my anxiety has gone down some. It's not near as bad. I still have to look over my shoulders because of the war. You were always looking over your shoulder to make sure nobody was behind you that shouldn't be there.
When we're talking about, and how long were you overseas, or how long?
I was there 4 years, and then spent 2 years in the Gulf, Persian Gulf.
So we're talking about only a week on this right now. So we know that we're battling years and years with only a week, and we hope it gets down, because we know the Avacen doesn't heal or doesn't cure anything, but it just gives you that, like that muscle relaxation we're talking about. Have you noticed anything in your sleep?
I'm able to go to sleep quicker.
Okay.
So maybe that, I used to take my phone in there. I do now, but I just lay it on the side just in case somebody calls. Other than that, I just lay down there, and within 10 minutes or so, pass right out. And then I sleep until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and get up and do what I got to do, and then go back to bed. And sometimes I'll just stay up the rest of the day. So.
And before, did you have, was it more of a struggle to fall asleep?
Yes.
Okay.
I would lay there for sometimes 4 till 4 o'clock in the morning, go to bed at 10 o'clock and lay there till 4 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 4:30. Finally go to sleep and then turn around at 6 and I'm up again. So it's helping me. I'm getting a better quality sleep, at least 6 hours now. So that's good compared to the 2 hours.
Yeah, big difference.
I'm trying to use it 3 times a day. There was one day I didn't use it because we had went to New Orleans and we got back late and I was just worn out. We walked the French Market and stuff like that. So that was the only day I didn't use it. The new machine come in and I've used it once today, and this is the second time, and I'll probably do 2 more. It just relaxes me.
Right. Good. So, good. And do you find though that you've got to get in the habit of it, and tell us about that.
I've gotten to the point to where I tell myself, I need this. I need to go do this. That's what I did when this come in. I was out there working on replacing the deck board and stuff, and I was just feeling jittery. And I said, I really And I seen the machine, and she said, "Your memory is going bad." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "It was right there." So I took it out and set it up and let it warm up, and then did 10 minutes on it. And the stress that I had just from doing all of that has just sort of calmed down.
So Brandon Traeger here. I've been using the Avacen device for 3 months now, and been noticing some great changes. Some of you know that I have this thing in my hand here. It's called Viking syndrome, and it's greatly helping with that. Pain management as well. My hips are doing better. We're working with the VA in several locations. If you're having any issues, um, reach out to me personally. I don't mind one bit. I want you guys to be pain free too. Um, I know it's a reach, but I'd ask all the pain management specialists, within the VA to, help these veterans get these devices. It is excellent. It's helped me a great deal. I'm a believer. I was a little skeptical at first, but now after using it for almost 90 days, I've noticed a great deal of pain management changes. My hips don't hurt like they used to. I can travel finally, which is super nice. Usually I dread getting on airplanes or taking long car rides, and not that I look forward to it, but now I at least know that I'm going to make it to the other side and still be functional. So yeah, if you guys have questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me personally. I'd love to work with you and help you get these devices in your hands.
My name is Josh. I'm an Army veteran. I was in the infantry. I deployed to Iraq in '07 and '08. Um, I'm 100% disabled through the VA. Well, I'm at home watching the kids as best as I can from, the couch. So that has exacerbated my depression to extreme levels, and just feeling useless, and
I understand.
and it's really depressing. I've got 3 kids, and my youngest is 3.5, and I can't go out and run around outside with my kids and run around and play with them. And I just it's pretty brutal on the mind, and emotionally, it's extremely emotionally taxing. Um so it's, there are times where it's like, I got to get up and play with my kids and just, deal with the pain. I think the biggest thing I've noticed is my mood change. Um, with my PTSD, the anxiety, the depression I've had, my temper has been quite out of control and very volatile, and I've noticed um, that my temper and my mood have drastically changed for the better. I know when I've only used the device twice on a day, my temper is a lot shorter. Whereas when I can sit here for 3 times for at least 30 minutes, I'm doing my temper has gotten so much better.
Mm-hmm.
My patience um, with specifically my kids um, has gotten a lot better, and I'm able to process and um, calm down more than what I had been in the last year, since um, my feet started really
Mm-hmm.
acting up again for the second time.
Yeah.
I sleep harder. Um, when my biggest problem is getting to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
My brain doesn't shut off. And then, like, if I'm not almost comatose, if there's even like one light on in my brain,
Mm-hmm.
and if it thinks of, anything at all, it'll actually start waking up other parts of my brain. This is the best way I can describe this.
Mhm.
But I have noticed that I have been sleeping extremely hard when I do fall asleep,
When
and that's
okay.
that's not exactly normal. I'm usually pretty quick to wake up. Oh, it's definitely longer. I would I'm still falling asleep between 1 and 2 in the morning. I very rarely stay awake longer than that. Um, and I'd usually wake up between 8 and 9. But if my wife That's if my wife lets me sleep in.
Yeah.
But I'd say in the last week, when my wife has let me sleep in, like I wouldn't wake up until noon,
Oh, wow.
and I just felt so much more refreshed um than when I was waking up at 8 or 9.
Right.
And that's still getting like 7, 8 hours of sleep, you know. But I'm definitely sleeping harder and longer if given the chance.
Yeah.
I've taken all of the meds that the VA gave me, and I've come to hate taking medication.
Mhm.
Um, I have tried over the counter. I've tried um, when I lived in Idaho. I lived like 15 minutes from Washington and 20 minutes from a dispensary, and so I was trying weed to help out with everything, and help with my moods and all this other stuff, the CBD, all that stuff. I've tried it all. I had given up, and you know, I'm always open to trying new things to try and help me out, because if it helps me out, it'll help my family and my kids out.
Yeah.
And so when my shrink talked to me about this machine, I said, heck yeah, I'll give it a shot. And I think at the very least, you know, the help I've gotten from my mood and anxiety from someone who pills don't work, and you know everything else hasn't worked. I think you should give it a shot. It's worth a shot.